Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do some maintenance on your Hobart H600 mixer. You're going to need just a couple of tools for this, some Allen wrenches, an assortment is preferable, something small like a scribe, something to poke, and a flathead screwdriver. You may actually need a Phillips head screwdriver depending on what style mixer you're using, and some generic grease. All right, and this you may or may not need, but once you take the mixer apart, you'll know exactly what you do need. So we're going to start by taking off the lid to the mixer. Usually there's two screws up here. This one only has one. This lifts straight up and off towards you. Now, up in this cabinet, you're not going to want to do a whole lot because it gets a little complex, and to be honest, that a professional should be the one to service the back end of the equipment here. What you're going to want to do is just visually inspect inside of this compartment. A lot of times it will get built up with flour or other food debris. If it's clean, just don't touch it. All right? So next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down here and take off this plate, usually held in by 4 thumb screws. That slides straight off towards you. This here is what actually lifts the mechanism up and down. This is your threaded rod. This is very, very important. A lot of times this will get dried up over time, and these rails here as well. This is what the bowl lift actually moves up and down on. So what you're going to want to do is, if this is dry, you're going to want to take some grease, just a little bit on your finger here, and rub it up and down these rails. All right, do the same for the other side. You can also use a lithium grease, or you can use WD-40 to help break up the excess oil down here, so you can wipe it down and reapply with a better lubricant. All right, so once you have that grease or the oil on, you're going to want to lift the bowl all the way to the top position. And always remember, once it stops, don't keep turning. All right, and then you're going to want to come underneath and do the same thing underneath the bowl lift. So you make sure you get these rails good and lubed up. All right, you're gonna also probably, we're not gonna do it today, but on this threaded rod, you're also going to wanna make sure that's coated nicely with whatever lubricant you choose to use. All right, so once we're done with that, we're going to take off this front cover here, which is called a J-cup. That J-cup slides straight down. If you have a little bit of oil buildup or residue inside here, that's not uncommon. So don't worry too much about that. But we are going to want to check the oil in the planetary. The planetary oil is right behind this Allen screw here. So you're going to want to take our Allen wrench and open this up. Now, when you open this up, you don't want oil to spill out. You want the oil to be actually perfectly level with the bottom of the hole, which this one is. Just a small drip out front there means that that oil level is perfect. So we go ahead and we replace our nut. Then we're going to want to come up here. This is your square drive. If you're savvy to these mixers, you know that this is where you put your power attachments to cut cheese or tomatoes, whatever you use it for. But a lot of times inside here, it gets a little gummed up with debris. And what that can do is that can actually prevent your power attachments from going in all of the way. And if that happens, you're more likely to strip out what we call a square drive, which sits right back in the center there. And we'll go over how to replace that in another tutorial. You want to get that good and tight. Get as much debris out of there as you can, and that will allow your power attachments to slide in all the way. All right, and then if you choose to wipe the mixer down, do so with a very, very damp rag and stay away from this area here. There's a lot of electronic components back here, and if you get them wet, they will break. All right, and then last thing, you're going to want to come over here and check the oil level. All right, sometimes you'll be able to see through this sight glass and sometimes you won't, but you want the oil level to be right in the center where that line is. This one here is just below the line, not too much of a concern, but I'll go over how to change the oil in another tutorial. And that's just about it. Anything else you need done to the mixer, you're probably going to want a professional to do. Make sure to give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions or if there's anything else you'd like to see, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on commercial kitchen equipment. For access to our premium videos, click the link below. Thanks again for watching.